Good morning, everybody. This is Christy from the Be the Light YouTube channel. I thank you so much for stopping by. And as always, I send you love. Today is still October the 9th, and I just got done completing a video about the two pillars again, and love, the association of love that I'm about to, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. This connection with the two pillars and love being the center of it all is actually what caused that intense cough that I had. And so I made a comment towards the end of that video about the merging of the twins. You are your own personal twin. The separation between souls or energies took place at the fall when man decided to use its animalistic desires over its divine heart. And, excuse me, it created the split between the left and the right side of the brain. It created the split between the left and right sides of the body. It created the splits between above and below. It created separation between you and I. When we merge this connection because of the heart, we unite our own personal twin flame. And there's no longer separation. There's no longer the need to love or have love other than our own pillar of love. Excuse me. This came on very sudden. Now, I wanted to mention that because we have, again, the left and right side of our brain. But we have our left and right hands. We have our left and right legs. And in the Bible, something that has always been thrown at me, or something is used harshly to manipulate me, is to never let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, and to cut it off. And I've read something recently, and I mentioned it in one of my other Bibles. I think it was in the book of Thomas. It's the Gospel of Thomas. Excuse me. And it says here, when you make the two one, and when you make the inside like the outside, and the outside like the inside, and the above like the below, and when you make the male and the female one and the same, so that the male not be male, nor the female female. And when you fashion eyes in the place of an eye, and a hand in the place of a hand, and a foot in the place of a foot, and a likeness in place of a likeness, then you will enter the kingdom. The kingdom is through the two pillars. Excuse me. Excuse me. And so, you may feel, and if you are really in tune to what you are experiencing in your physical symptoms, how the energy is working. Like recently, past few days, it's the left side of my brain, which is the masculine side, which is working with my right side of my foot now. And my left hand. The left to right is an X, which goes with your masculine. The right brain to your right side is your feminine. To the left leg is your feminine. So it completes an X here, which are 4 triangles, which turns into a complete square. a foundation. So what is taking place is that it's uniting. The energy, the masculine side is actually, and has been, the most dominant side since the fall of man. More intellect, more a logical thinking in terms of everyday life, more of the egotistic analogies, more of the animalistic desires and such. The feminine is associated with intuition and guidance and love, which is associated with Christ. Within the fall of man, the feminine fell out. I'm not saying that people don't love. I'm saying there's a lot of times when people love, they give until they're spent, and then they want in return. That still isn't love. So I, for myself, have been someone who really has come from the heart most of my life. But my heart expected, well, why aren't you doing this for me? Well, why is no one doing this for me? I'm going to stop doing this because no one's doing this for me. I was loved in the wrong way, still. And there's people who think they love, yet there's no thought, no emotion, and no action. They are kind of just there. Well, I'm with you, so I love you. Oh, I'm telling you I love you, so I love you. Faith without works is dead. Love without works is dead. So that's what's taking place. We are merging our own divine masculine and feminine, the twin flames, the twin towers, the two pillars. And we're uniting them in the center of our heart. So I wanted to make this video basically because today we are in the sign of Cancer. If I'm correct. Yes. Which is associated with your stomach, the breasts, the wombs, and the ovaries. Now, having said that, excuse me, I felt intense pressure last night rising from my ovaries, womb area, as if I was going to have a menstrual cycle. But I've already had my menstrual cycle, and I now know that this is what it was associated with, but it's also associating with more of what's taking place energetically and spiritually from within, and receiving still of the life force energy. The birthing process is taking place. Now, I also want to help you kind of understand. We kind of experience the more traumatic, if you will, symptoms prior to the integration of it all. The integration part of it is a little more subtle because the discomfort part comes from learning the lesson. And when you learn that lesson, the discomfort part goes away. So you have that high, intense pressure, that buildup of energy that's helping you to either purge or learn. So in time, when you learn and connect the dots, you integrate when it is time. We are in that process of integrating. Yet, through that integration process, you're going to experience. Okay, I apologize. I had to push pause. My husband came in and gave me a present today. And so what I was saying is that, is that we are in Cancer as of today and tomorrow. This is going to still affect our stomach region. So our stomach region, our breasts, our ovaries, the wombs, things like that, and also the mucosa, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And this goes with any place within our body that develops mucus. This can be our mouth, nasal cavities, our lungs, our esophagus, the lining of our stomach, our digestion tract, pretty much anywhere that can develop mucus. Okay, so that coughing fit that I just experienced is a part of this, and it is a necessary part to purge and clear out. The sign of Cancer is the sign of, which is supposed to signify crab claws, but it is in the form of opposite 6 and 9. And what have I been talking about lately? The two pillars being two opposites and creating balance. That's what the yin and the yang is. You have two sides of the opposites, yet on the inside of the yin and the yang, you have that circle dot. So one side could be white with a black dot. The other side will be black with a white dot. It represents that both sides must exist within both opposites. And when you can implement this into your life, you create that unity and that balance. Now, I mentioned in my other videos that 10 and 11, because 10, we are moving out of the stage of Cancer and into the stage of Leo. 10, of course, is the 1010 portal gateway that opens us up to higher dimensions, the angelic dimensions, which my guidance is telling me is associated now with Aldebaran and Archangel Michael, and also of Christ and of the bloodline of Christ. Leo, the moon in Leo, which is a crescent moon, and I mentioned the crescent moon. The crescent moon represents a part of a death, yet a part of life. And Leo signifies the heart. Our heart center is going to be triggered, upgraded, integrated through this time. Now, yesterday, I also began feeling that a rotation from my heart into my womb, into my brain. This is building that diamond connection, again, that I have been speaking about. So Sunday, the October 11th, is going to be the first day that the moon will be in Leo. This, again, is the two-pillar day. The 11, the gateway. And I wanted to make sure that you knew that Leo is the center of our heart. And so your blood pressure could be spiked, circulation. You might begin to feel more of the pins and the needles, or depending on where you are, the pins and needles of energy, or the numbness of energy, feeling as if you're floating, or to be the exact opposite, where it's extreme discomfort because of where you currently are. Mine is a more floating stage, more of receiving and floating. You may begin to feel more from the heart already. I already began yesterday feeling from the heart center. And I knew that I was making the right choice because I was almost enveloped in tears. Not tears of sadness, but tears because, oh my gosh, I am resonating with divine love. I am opening up already to divine love. So keep in mind, when our heart is being affected here, you may have a difficult time breathing. And we already have a difficult time breathing, quite possibly, or that tightness and restriction because of the mucus that has been building up because of cancer, because of her pressing and moving things out and clearing things out for that area of our sacral chakra, that is, and our root chakra. Just keep in mind that when certain centers are being worked, like our womb, it doesn't only just work with our womb. It connects to other connections that's associated with this time. Like I have already been tapping into Leo, the heart. And there's always that connection from root to heart, from heart to mind, solar plexus to mind, solar plexus to throat, whatever it is, and every other chakra that could be possible for higher dimensions. And so this is where I'm going to leave it. I may have had other things to mention, but I got sidetracked when my husband came up here to give me a gift. So I am just going to leave it at this. And if anything comes into my awareness, I will have to make a separate video. I hope this information resonates with you and assists you in your journey. If you have any comments, please put them down below. I look forward to hearing from you all. I thank you all for stopping by, checking in, liking, commenting, and please subscribe and share. Much love, health, and healing your way. This is Christy. Much love, health, and healing your way. Take care.